All right, good morning, everyone. Ryan Noonan here, 4 for 4. Look at some inactives, sharp stacks. See if we can pick off any bangers here this morning. Appreciate everyone jumping in. Fantasy playoffs beckon for some of you, hopefully. Best of luck there. Jump in the chat. I'm not going to handle a lot of fantasy questions, but that's your thing. We have some stuff going on in our Discord. If you have any start-sit decisions, but exciting times. Great slate of games. Really excited about that. Waiting for some of this inactive stuff to roll in. Not a ton of like late breaking news that I think is going to swing prop markets at all. Did just get official Dalton Kincaid active for the Bills. We'll start there. Actually, we have some weather situations, but the Kincaid stuff's interesting. He's already been posted in most spots. Let me see. I'll bring that up a little bit. We'll see where those lines are. 35.5 or so. What's fascinating is that the Bengals have been such a sieve to tight ends all season long. And that's an interesting line for sure. Is he limited? That's something that we still don't know. So we saw like 37.5 come out and we got a little buyback down to like 34.5, 35.5. So definitely understand why there's some speculation there. Let's see here as inactives roll in. Good news for the Browns. A lot of questionable guys, especially some guys on the defensive side, are going to be active. Let's see here. Jags, Parker Washington, as we knew. Andrew Wingard, safety inactive, as we knew. Let's see here. Nothing super surprising yet. We got some stuff from Minnesota. But yeah, the weather's kind of an interesting thing here this week. A couple different spots. We have some rain in Florida, both the Saints and Bucks game. That looks actually kind of increasing rain compared to what we thought. And then obviously Indy, Jacksonville might rain throughout. Shout out to Kevin Roth, Roto Grinders, obviously, weatherman updating this stuff for us. It looks like we're going to get more rain in Tampa than I think the initial thought was there too. But again, none of these situations look like they're going to be rain with wind. And that, I don't know, the rain alone is just not been super predictive in terms of the impact it has on game totals, spreads, player production, all that stuff. So unless you're really getting into some sizable amount of, downpours, like really, really heavy rain throughout mixed with some wind, a little bit more problematic. I don't think we have that in either spot. So we'll see. And again, both of those totals have already dipped a little bit. So it feels like it's baked in. I wouldn't go and double count it because I feel like, again, the market's already responded to those weather reports. And, both in terms of how it impacts size of total and how it would kind of trickle down to the prop market, I think it's already accounted for. So don't double count. Let's see here. Chris Olave active. Yeah, nothing that's super surprising here yet. I don't think we're going to get anything that's going to catch us off guard per se. So that's exciting. All right. Also snow. We got a couple snow games. We have snow in Tennessee, Cleveland. The Cleveland game's got some snow. But it doesn't look to be really problematic and doesn't look like it's windy. Winds holding around 10 miles per hour. Just really cold. Again, kind of baked in. Wind, also really not a problem in Buffalo. And we have we have snow pretty much throughout in that Bengals-Bills game. And we've, again, seen the total respond. And I don't think it's something that's crazy that we need to really be to panic on. Also really cold in Green Bay, but it doesn't look like we're going to have much in terms of rain or snow there. So that's pretty much it. Again, don't double count any of this stuff. It is currently baked into the market. Nothing super surprising. Even in the Tampa Bay one, that's late. We've already kind of got a little bit of a market response. All right, let's take a look at Sharp Stack. I don't really think there's anything impactful here that we touched on weather-wise or inactive-wise. Keep an eye on it. If we get anything else coming out here, I will reference it. All right, let's see. Um, Kyron Williams looks like our best bet currently in the Sharp Stack tool here. And this is bet MGM specific play under 67.5. You can see, yeah, next best Caesars 63.5 or down to 62.5 on FanDuel and DraftKings. Yeah, pretty much everywhere. So the 67.5, definitely an outlier line there. Dinged up a little bit last game out with the ankle. I played 32.5 over on his teammate, Blake Corum. I don't think that we see less Kyron. I don't think we see more Corum. I think we kind of see the same split that we've had. We just have had a significantly more efficient burst from Corum. Actually, all running backs with at least 50 attempts. He leads the league in explosive run rate. I think we're going to have a lot of snaps, a lot of plays in this game. So I like the look on Corum. I don't know where that's moved to currently. Let's see where Corum is now. Yeah, we played 32.5. I still think this is pretty interesting. 34.5, 35.5. That's a good spot. So we play that, and you can see that the Kyron line is kind of an outlier on MGM if you're looking to get down there. See DeAndre Swift under 2.5 receptions, pretty heavily juiced on ESPN Bet/score. Let's see where that's probably 1.5 everywhere else. Yeah, it's 1.5 and juiced out a little bit there. So kind of an off market number. Hot Dylon Drummond under 18.5 receiving yards. Again, MGM looks like they're a little slow to act this morning. This is 16.5, 15, 14 in some spots. So again, kind of off market on MGM. If you have it, if you can get down, some interesting looks here. Baker rushing also on MGM at 15.5. Just popped. See, that is 13.5 pretty much everywhere. So a little bit of an off market line again. Danny Jones, obviously, with the injury to his leg, not expecting him to run very much. You can see the 6.5 is off compared to the 15 or the 5.5. I'm sorry, everywhere. The 6.5 is short as 4.5 there on DraftKings. Let's see. Elijah Higgins under 15.5 receiving yards for Arizona. I played over 8.5. I know Jake, one of our guys here, for released, I think, plus money 1.5 receptions. I think Elijah Higgins is actually a pretty good player. Great after the catch guy. It's kind of why I like the 8.5. I don't think he needs a ton of volume and can catch and run. You might see a little bit more 12. Obviously, a ton of injuries in Arizona with the pass catchers, so maybe you see a little bit more, big formations, big slot for Trey McBride, and Higgins gets some traditional tight end snaps there. And you can attack the Rams with tight ends. So interesting one. Again, just kind of off market at Caesars where you're getting plus money where everyone else is kind of at 15.5 still, but laying a little bit, traditional juice there. So that's an interesting one. Let's see. Again, market responding to the rain in Jacksonville. Jacoby Myers under 4.5 receptions. See, again, that's plus money on MGM where we have FanDuel, Caesars, everyone else kind of out to at least minus 125. So again, same number, just better price on MGM if that's something you're looking to get down on. See James Cook under 2.5 receptions. I know Slop is in on Cook receptions today, but 2.5 is definitely off, whereas everyone else is already adjusted to the 1.5. You got to lay quite a bit, but still showing a little bit of value there. So nothing that's crazy that's jumping out here. So again, not a high actionable news slate here. Some good games, some impactful playoff, altering stuff here going on for week 14. So appreciate everyone hanging out as always. Again, if you have not taken advantage of SharpStack, free 7-day trial, no strings, just 4for4.com/plans. Enter your email address, create a free account on the site, and you can get this for 7 days. You want to take a look at if there's any ARBs, free to attack, middles. Again, the ARBs and middles are going to pop if there's EV on both sides. you can go down to the prop screen and just look at the best number. You can definitely find some middles that aren't factoring in, the EV on the play, if that's more of your thing. And again, we're looking at all sports here too. So again, we're just looking at NFL here on a Sunday. But if you want to look at obviously college football, college basketball, NBA, people are just killing on the NBA side. So here you go, some NBA bangers today. Jalen Suggs looks like a great look, under 15.5 points, where on the score, where that's 14.5 pretty much everywhere else, 13.5 even in some spots. Pinnacle 13.5. So there's an NBA banger for you guys this morning. So yeah, take advantage of the free 7-day trial Sharp Stack. You can use promo code HOLIDAYS for 25% off if you decide you want to extend after the free 7-day trial. So appreciate everyone joining me. Let's win some money today.